Well, hello everybody, and welcome to tonight's Food Friday. We're going to be doing rice. Anything with rice. Um, Alex was at work doing some type of a work thing, so he couldn't do the Food Friday this week. So he asked me to go ahead and run it. So here we are with rice.
With rice.
Panel tonight. We have a drunken one,
Hey.
miscellaneous brew reviews.
Cheers.
Jammer, a Rice fan.
That's right.
He'll be back. He's getting his rice and stuff ready. And myself, Bumpy Road.
Mhm.
Cheers to the chat, which is Jammer.
All right.
And yeah, let's go ahead and start off with Dio. He can show us the
Yeah.
rice in his beer.
Yeah, ready? Holy crap.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Oh, yeah.
If I can get there.
Good afternoon, good evening, gang. I brought some Mexican rice. I actually made it up myself. First time trying it. It didn't turn out quite right. I had a little problem with the Instapot. It didn't seal quite right, and it kind of got a little mushy. But yeah, I made up the made up the sauce for it, which is tomato and onion, garlic, those kind of things. I threw in a can of corn, a can of peas. Yeah, it. What the hell is in there? That's not supposed to be in there. Anyway, yeah, so it didn't turn out quite like it should have, but it looks a lot like that. I wish I had some chives or something to throw on top to give it a little more color. But, and that's that. And then I've got this beer that nobody else can find. Sorry about bringing the same old stuff each time, but as long as I can remember what I said last time when I gave it a score. Anyway, let's get into it. Got his competitor's glass, has a Budweiser, all this Miller product.
I'm back, everybody. Sorry.
All right. And we're live. Cheers. There's the pour on a nice cheap beer. Beautiful head. Nice and effervescent, like you'd expect from a lager. Yep, that's what I got. So, yeah, thanks for having me.
Nice. Yeah, thanks for making it.
And I got a chicken enchilada, but we're not here to talk about that one. All right.
Awesome.
There you
Chicken
go.
enchilada looks good.
Thank you. Appreciate
Oh,
it.
yeah.
All right, miscellaneous.
All right. So my rice product that I brought tonight, I brought some. Yeah, it's hard to get a contrast. I put a little cinnamon on there, but rice pudding.
There you go.
Yeah, why not? And figured I'd bring a dessert and a stout in true Alex fashion. You know,
There you go.
keep the Food Friday thing going. The beer product I have is from River North. This is their cinnamon vanilla rum barrel aged Mr. Sandman. Comes in at 11.1%.
Does that give you a horchata? That makes me think of horchata, man. I'm hoping you get some horchata notes.
Yeah, I got no real information on Beer Advocate, and it scored a 4.1 out of 5 on Untapped. And son of a bitch, I forgot my church key.
Oh, yeah, I'm done here.
I don't know, man. It's nice to get some different barrel aged stuff. It's always bourbon barrel, bourbon barrel. I will tell you this, it looks a little thin. Yeah.
Oh, looks good.
One finger, cocoa colored head, dark opaque. Smells all right. We'll
Nice.
find out. I think it's going to work, though.
Awesome.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah,
Cheers,
cheers.
you, sir.
Cheers, Jamie.
Cheers.
Yeah, happy
Cheers, buddy.
Friday.
Friday night, everybody. Yeah. What?
Price did.
Yeah, man.
All right, Jammer, you ready?
I am ready. So, this is, I think, a unique beer because I literally when this whole thing started about, like when it was like in the pre-phase where you could see it on Google, I didn't have a beer, and I told my significant other who was at the liquor store, I was like, okay, I got a $4 budget, go $3.99 or under. So literally, so here's the price tag, $3.99. So literally, this is the beer I got. So this is Lawson's Finest Liquids. Have anybody heard of these guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't.
This is a Little Sip IPA, an India Pale Ale. Canned on date. Looks like we're looking at September 17th, 21. So only less than 60 days. It talks on the back just how it's like, you're kind of like average IPA.
Yeah.
And I suppose I gotta show I gotta like pony up my rice, right? To like get on the show. Okay.
Yeah, you got the rice.
You got the rice, man.
Oh yeah, I got the rice.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So I did some white rice with my Jammer Fan scorpion sauce with scorpion peppers, habanero, but then also it's got some I do it with my base is apple juice with blended orange bell pepper, garlic, 4 ounces of Pilsner, and then some water to kind of give it a base and some body. And yeah, it's just kind of like a Jamaican apple jerk scorpion sauce rice. Let me kind of get this up in here.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
So, and if any of y'all want the recipe, happy to pass it along.
There you go.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see
But it's
how,
got some
how much
heat. I'm bringing some heat. I wanted to bring something some spicy.
Nice.
see how much that heats you up tonight.
Yeah, it's cold here, man.
Yeah.
It's getting cold.
Thank you, Jim. And
You are welcome, sir.
let's see the rice that I'm bringing. This comes from a Chinese restaurant out of Concord, New Hampshire. One I'd never had before. Figured give them a go. It's called Tea Garden out of Concord. But picked up some fried rice. But this fried rice is called Chow Yung fried rice. It's made with white rice. It's got egg in it. It's got the Brussels, whatever those things are.
Oh,
Bean sprout?
Bamboo shoots.
Bean sprouts, the little red pork strips. It's got carrots, peas, shrimp, little bits of shrimp in there, onion, chicken. It's pretty loaded. And just because I did have it earlier, it tastes fresh, but other than that, it's fairly bland. There's like no MSG, like no salt at all. So I did bring some sauces to add to it. I'll have some soy sauce and I have some duck sauce.
Yeah,
I'll try a little bit of either one just to see which one works best with it. But
it sounds pretty baller though so far, man. The way you described it, that's like some baller shit. I'll tell you right now.
yeah, it's most of their food tasted. It really tastes like it has no MSG in it at all, except for their egg rolls. Their egg rolls were extremely spicy, salty but good. The beer that I'm going to bring is from Lagunitas, and this one's called Sonomica.
Lagunitas is how I've always said it, but man, you got that's a fire beer, dude. That's a fucking fire beer. Sorry, excuse my language.
Yeah, it's a sour farmhouse ale. It's aged in Sonoma red wine barrels. This is
I'm familiar. Yeah, that's fire, dude. Have you had this before, BuMpY?
Yeah.
All right.
Never done a review
then I'll shut
on
up.
it.
You know it's fired. That's why you brought it. You brought it on because you know it's fired.
And wine and Chinese food usually goes together. So since this was aged in wine barrels, why not?
All right. Closing up.
So yeah, pours there with a nice kind of rocky white head, not a large head at all, and it does have a little bit of haze to it, but there's it's like a chill haze or something almost. You can still see through it, kind of golden apple juice colored brew. All right, well let's get back to Dio.
Oh yeah.
So he can give us some of his flavor.
Well, yeah, I overcooked is what happened. Yeah, the texture is kind of weird. Flavor is really good. I did add some cumin to it, which kind of gives it that southwestern type flavor. A little salt and pepper, like you'd expect. Um, yeah, the corn I threw in last without cooking, just kind of because I didn't want it to fall all apart. That and the peas. So the corn is a little not really crunchy, but firm. And yeah, it's tastes very southwestern. Um, I'm digging it, except for the texture itself, because it's not what I wanted. It kind of turned out like a mush. Now the white rice that I did, for some reason, it sealed really well when I did that one. But I tried this one with like I just threw everything in the blender, the tomatoes and that garlic, onion, all that stuff to make up the sauce, and so that's what makes it red. I'm digging it. And then with the beer, of course, I got the Miller High Life. That went away a little bit. Still got some bubbles rising up through there slowly.
Champagne of beer?
Champagne of beers, yep. Oh, it'll leave a lot of lacing on there. All right, smells like an adjunct lager. Like slightly calmed malts. Yeah, let's get into it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, man.
All right, yeah, easy, refreshing, light, balanced. Yeah, thin body. Yeah, it's not terrible. You can find it everywhere, like I usually always say. Digging on it. Between that and the rice, I mean, I don't know. Probably a Miller Lite would have probably been a little better because a lot of Latino folks they like that Miller Lite, or maybe had I brought a Modelo or something like that, like a cerveza. But so far they're doing pretty good with each other. Nothing was really fighting the other one. The flavors to this are very mild to the beer, and it works well with the cumin flavored rice and the tomato flavor in the rice also. Of course, there was a couple of pork chops in the refrigerator, so I cut them up and threw them in the rice. Did more like a fried rice kind of thing without frying it, I guess. But yeah, that's what I got. So I'll be back around with the numbers.
Awesome.
Nice.
Thank you, dear. Sounds
Thank
pretty
you.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty tasty, just a weird texture.
Yeah. Speaking of texture,
Yeah.
pudding.
Right. Yeah. So rice pudding, I'm sure most people are familiar with it. I don't eat it all the time. It's a rice product I could get my hands on easily for the show. So yeah. I don't put raisins in mine. Some people do. I'm not a big raisin
Not a big
fan.
raisin
Like
guy.
eating raisins, I don't mind the flavor of raisins, but
Yeah.
so yeah, vanilla pudding, jasmine rice, little dust of cinnamon on the top just for kick. It's not bad. It's not great. I could have made it from scratch and it would have been better, but yeah, what are you gonna do on the fly?
All right.
It's not bad.
Yeah. You pulled it out, man. You got on. Like, I'm just like giving you props for like doing what you got to do to get on the show. Don't
Yeah, we
downplay
actually
yourself, man. This was
was
a
at
dope
work.
move.
I had it at work, so
Giving you props.
So yeah, for the rum, cinnamon vanilla rum barrel aged Mr. Sandman, Mr. Sandman. Definitely get cinnamon off the top. I went very light with the cinnamon on top of the rice pudding because I knew this was going to have cinnamon in it. I kind of just put it on there for contrast so people could see it. Didn't just like, oh, it's a white dish with white stuff in it. Definitely getting cinnamon. The vanilla is nice in this. The rum is actually boasting. It's very good on the aromas. Mild cask. It's got some spice to it. It smells fantastic. Like I said, I think this is the second product I've had from River North Brewing Company. I can't remember the other one. Probably did it on somebody's show. But yeah, it's the release number 2, by the way. Sorry. Yeah, 2021. Yeah, 11.1. It's got some legs. The head's definitely dripping, running with it. I don't know. Cheers, guys. Smells pretty good. Find
Cheers.
out. It does smell like this is almost like this would count for like fall beers, or it almost has like a Christmas kind of thing going for it. Ooh. That's got some alcohol to it for 11.1. It's the rum. It's different, you know what I mean? I will say this right off the get-go. This is a very thin-bodied beer for as big a beer as this is. And I wouldn't even put it in medium. It's definitely thin-bodied.
That is an amazing description, and it sounds like an amazing a beer. Well done, Miscellaneous. Well done selecting it and talking about it. Bravo, sir.
Yeah, after you get past the thinness, very upfront, like I said, with the alcohol. Rum, definitely up front. Cinnamon's there. Vanilla is very mild in the flavors, not as dominant as it was in the nose. There's a slight bitter finish to this. And you get a robust roast at the end as it starts to dry off on the palate. A kind of opposite of usually when you're going to sip something like this, and you usually get that robust roast up front. This is more mellow and in the background. Low carbonation to it. It's almost got a Dr. Pepper kind of vibe to it.
Whoa. Didn't see that one coming.
It's different.
Is it good?
It's not bad. It's not great. This had some more body, would be a lot better. So I guess we're going to go ahead and try the two. Maybe the cream lactose in this pudding will boast something up in this, hopefully. So
there you go.
it cuts the rice pudding with it. It cuts that bitterness out from the back because you're getting that upfront sweetness from this, and it battles the alcohol pretty well. I don't know. It's not bad. I was definitely hoping for something a little better, but this isn't bad at all.
Right.
The thinness of this beer, and then that I don't know. It's not bad. It's just not.
You gotta thicken it up with some cornstarch.
Cool.
Make a roux.
That'd be nasty. Yeah, I don't know. I have my thoughts, and I'm going to sip on this a little bit more, maybe try and get it to warm up a bit. I pulled it out 15 minutes before the show, but it's still got a pretty good chill on it. So maybe we'll pick something else up while everybody else is going around. Cheers.
Cheers, Miscellaneous. Jammer fan.
Hey, everybody. It's your favorite, panel person. I know y'all been waiting for me to show up. No, I'll just go ahead and quickly get the food stuff out of the way. So I'm a nerd with chili. I came across a packet of spices at Trader Joe's that said it was like some kind of like, I don't know, bird's eye chili, kind of like, I don't know, smoky bird's eye chili mix. And somehow I ended up like mixing all these different types of chilies together, mixing applesauce in the mix, and just kind of going for, it's almost like a seared pork chop type of flavor, but there's no meat. It's just different type of, and I'll try to pull it up here to kind of show you kind of some of the sear on it, but it's got cayenne pepper, smoked ancho chili, cumin, regular garlic, buffalo garlic, shallot, red onion, just all sorts of different stuff to kind of just, I don't know. It was just kind of like a spicy, savory, kind of just sweet, kind of rice I decided to make. And it, again, I started with the like a Chinese spice packet. Like it was like a General Chow, kind of like sweet, garlicky kind of flavor profile to start with.
Right.
So
There you go.
Nice.
I was going with that. I did add a little bit of white vinegar because I read a food blog about 3 months ago that said even if you're doing something savory and sweet, add a little vinegar and acidity and tang in there. It'll pop. It'll pop on your tongue. It'll pop that flavor profile a little bit. You know what I mean?
All right.
So that's something to think about, guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the beer. So I have I don't know, some stone fruit, some vinegar, some spice, some peppers. So now this beer says tropical hop flavors and bright floral aromas. Notes of grapefruit and pineapple complement this delicately balanced beer. So we're going to see if that does pop out here and give us something. This is Lawson's Finest Liquids. 1 pint, 6.2%. I'm trying to see where these guys are from. Stratford, Connecticut. So I guess you guys know all about this, right? I'm just telling you old news. I mean, have you guys heard of this?
I've heard of that company. I don't think we get.
Yeah.
BuMpY, I mean,
Stratford,
aren't
Connecticut.
you relatively close to Connecticut, BuMpY? Like in a reasonable.
What's that?
I mean, have you heard of Lawson's Finest? Can you buy Lawson's Finest Liquid, BuMpY?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
they're out of Vermont. It's their main brewery.
Yeah. Have you had their little sip then? Have you had the little sip?
I have.
Sweet.
I had it on tap.
Well, that's cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrogate you. I was just curious because I'm just trying to get the opinion of people. It actually doesn't. So if you look at the beer, for me, it looks a little clearer than this, but it doesn't seem quite as like a hazy IPA. It's not like a NEPA, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of somewhere in the middle between a normal and a NEPA. So
I believe it's a session IPA. So
at 6.2,
I'm thinking of a different one then.
So I know which one you're talking about. They actually said that I always buy that. I love session IPAs and I always buy it, but this one's different. This is not the session IPA.
All right, I was talking about the session IPA that I had. I haven't had that one.
No, I love the session IPA, BuMpY. So you're fine. You are in the right. It's awesome. But this one is the 6.2. This is like their flagship. This is like Lawson Finest. This is like their flagship IPA. So I will say they really hit it on the nose. I mean, it's super floral. I'm getting like a tiny bit of pine, but I'm mostly getting strawberry, like a boysenberry-y kind of blackberry flavor, and then just like citrus and just like yumminess. So there you go, guys.
Nice.
Nice.
All right. I'm gonna stop drowning and look them up. Thank you, Jimmer.
All right.
Yeah, went down the wrong tube. All right.
Oh, yeah, stay safe.
Let's start with this
Stay
rice. I put some a little bit of soy sauce in this portion here, so I got some egg and carrot and stuff in this little bite. Some chicken in there too. In the bean sprout thingy. Yeah, I mean it's even with the soy sauce I put on there. Their soy sauce is pretty weak.
I was gonna say, you know what? The first thing I assumed when you brought those cups out, I said, yeah, they're cheaping out because they're not using the packets. You're not getting
they're probably like
that real salty. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, this is
They
not
give you
like,
a million of them. You keep them in your
salty.
butter tray in your fridge, and they're
Right. Yeah, I got sriracha sauces. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's got the peas. It's got eating this. It all tastes like you can taste the vegetables. You can taste the egg. You can taste, the little pork pieces, the shrimp, everything like that. It's like each thing you can kind of taste each individual item, but it doesn't pop with a lot of flavor. Pretty bland.
It looks good.
Yeah, it looks good. It's tasty. I mean, is that I don't think they put MSG in their product at this Chinese restaurant.
Even better.
Buy that.
Yeah. Well, then that just tastes mostly like white rice with all the items added to it. All right, let's put some duck sauce on the other side. Means that'll add some sweetness to it.
Oh yeah, man.
BuMpy's always got the sauce.
I added the sauce kind of in mine pre-taste, but I get it. Like, you got to add that sauce in, man. You got to add that sauce. Maybe I went too presumptive on myself. Yeah, BuMpy, get in there. That was good, man.
This rice with duck sauce on it is awesome. The duck sauce does it. It just adds that sweetness. You're still getting like the egg that's all in there and everything like that too.
You said duck sauce? DUCK duck sauce?
Yeah.
No, because I love duck sauce. I love duck and hoisin sauce. Like I'm a huge fan, BuMpy. You're like just making me. I'm fanning out right now. I'm just a fanboy. I'm a duck fanboy.
Yeah. If we order from this Chinese restaurant again, I'm definitely putting duck sauce in there. Rice.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Nice.
Other than that, though, yeah, fantastic. All their food tastes pretty fresh. Like I said, none of it seemed to have MSG except their egg roll. Egg roll is still pretty good, but that was the only thing I was like, whoa, salt. Let's take a drink of this. Sanamika, whatever that gets called. All right, so it's a sour farmhouse ale, so it does have a little bit of that kind of woody barnyardy type funkiness going on. There is the red wine barrels. It has a little bit of that kind of red grape type aroma, but kind of more going towards vinegar. This one is aged. Because it's the 2020 version, so I think this one was like near the beginning of 2020 when it came out. So a little bit of age on it. That may be bringing that extra vinegar to it. All right, cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
It might help with your food.
Yeah, it's got like a very light bread tone from the malt. It's got a lot of that kind of woody funkiness going on. It's got quite a bit of tartness to it, that like red wine vinegar flavor. I say woody as well, so maybe that could be coming from the barrel characteristic. Seems to be about a medium body on this one. It is an 8.2%. It is very drying to the palate, though, because the pH on this is going to be lower to be a sour. Carbonation is, I'd say it's in the medium realm, but it's very, very fine bubbles. So it's kind of a little bit fizzy, without being overly crazy with the carbonation. Yeah, extremely dry to the palate and everything. Let's go ahead and I'll take a bite of this with the duck sauce and then put some of that. Some of the little pork strips in there.
I just love hearing the word duck sauce. It's just magical. Give me some of that magic, BuMpy. Magic me.
All right, magic me.
Quack, quack, motherfucker.
Yeah, so having the rice with the duck sauce, that added sweetness, and then going into a sour, it makes the sour come out quite prevalent.
I bet.
think they work fine together though. Nothing's really interfering much with the other one. So, all right, let's go back. Dio,
Hey.
give us your
Dio.
thoughts.
All right, my
Dio,
thoughts.
Dio.
Let's start with the beer, I guess. It's pretty simple. Hopefully I give it the same score as I did last week, so I bring the same dang thing, don't I? All right, clear, refreshing. Well, not clear, but refreshing. Well, it's clear in the sense you can see through it, but it's not clear like water. It has all the lacing. It was a clean glass a while ago. It's just the first beer through it today. And so it's champagne and beer after all. It's got the lacing. No, well, it's Anyway, I give it a 87 for this here beer. You can find everywhere. It's a little corny, nice and light, easy to drink on a hot summer day. Super easy to find and inexpensive. So 87 on the beer. As for my concoction, so it certainly didn't come out the way I wanted it to, and the damn shame is I made a lot of it. So I'm thinking that this might end up in a like a chicken pot pie, because I make up some chicken pot pie and use that for the filling, and make up some more of the chicken gravy to put over the top of it. Maybe I'll figure out something or to put with it. The flavor of the rice concoction, it's actually pretty good. The texture sucks. I will give it a 94. And they paired well together. I guess I'll give it like a 91 for the both of them together. They didn't interrupt each other. They didn't really complement each other either. But it's eats. Rice is cheap. Veggies are good for you. And just by what it looks like, it's actually pretty tasty. That's what I got. I guess a 91 for the pairing. And that's all I got for this one. Are we doing shout outs this time or?
We'll go full screen. We'll do the shout outs
Okay,
then. Yeah.
sounds good.
All right. Thanks, Dio.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for
Go
having me.
miscellaneous.
All right. So the rice pudding I had, it wasn't bad. It wasn't anything spectacular. Like I said, if I made it from scratch, it would have been better. Like I said, it's rice pudding. I'll put that one at 87. It wasn't bad. I would eat it again. Don't worry about that. Hold on one second. Sorry. Okay, so for this River North Cinnamon Rum Barrel Aged Mr. Sandman 11.1. I don't know. There's an awkward bitterness to it, the finish, which it's just a little off-putting. You get that, like I said, you get that robust, and then there's some bitterness at the end, which usually I would think up front. Thin-bodied. I definitely think they were going for an horchata type of thing with this. The nose on it's fantastic. If it drank as well as it smelled, this would be fantastic world-class beer. I just think it's thin. Cinnamon's there.
The beer master last minute appearance.
There.
What?
Well, no,
Sorry.
because I thought someone said come in. That's why. Otherwise, I wouldn't have came in.
Who said don't come in?
No, go ahead.
So, I don't know. Definitely don't understand how this could score 4.1 out of 5 on Untapped. I don't see this getting any better on tap than out of the bottle. It reminds me of a product that I had from Prairie this year, their horchata that they came out with, which is fantastic.
I saw that. I didn't buy it.
They
I
did
should have bought
They
it.
did a really good job of that. I had it on tap.
Yeah.
Beerman had it out of the bottle.
Damn.
Yeah, I had it on tap.
Dope.
It was really good.
Fire.
This just
Fire.
seems like they were trying to do something like that, and it just didn't hit. And I think it's not bad. I could see somebody's appeal to this, but for my palate, I think I'm gonna score it at an 87 as well. the pairing with the rice pudding and the stout, I landed at a 91. Like I said, the rice pudding kind of rounded out that bitter finish and toned down the booze a little bit.
There you go.
Other than that, it was, pairing was fine. Pretty good. So, yep. I guess they'd take this back to the drawing board or retire it, one of the two.
Retire it, start from scratch.
Yeah. All right.
Something. This ain't doing it. They get you drunk, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you, Miscellaneous. We'll go over to Jammer Rice fan now.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Literally, this has been the seat of my pants tonight, so I've had to literally take notes while drinking my beer because the dish I was making in real time, and I was getting beer delivered to me in real time that I didn't even know what it was. So this is like a total like live reaction, which I think is kind of cool. I will say that the sauce on my rice, what I called it was Turkey Pizza Dojo, which was a Caribbean clam turkey style pizza sauce, which sounds weird. But that's what I wrote down, which has got Caribbean jerk flavors mixed with white pizza accents that highlight this dish made with mushrooms and lactose-free cheese, which I did use lactose-free cheese that I sprinkled on from Cabot or Cabot. Have you ever guys heard of that? Cabot.
Oh, yeah.
Their seriously sharp cheddar is really good, but it's also lactose-free. I was kind of doing like a vegetarian, low lactose kind of thing tonight. So that was awesome. And then I have Lawson's Finest Liquid. This sounds like their session beer, but it's not. It's a little sip. It's like a little sip of sun, like a little sip of sunshine. I think that's what they're going for rather than making a session IPA. So pineapple, floral, caramel. I will say that all the things I said about my sauce, added scorpion pepper, bird's eye pepper, cayenne pepper, hatch chili, and then jalapeno, and then fresh orange bell pepper that's been pureed into the sauce. So
That's
Go.
good.
Those sound nice.
I'd eat that.
also, the reason I call it my apple pepper sauce is it's got 32 ounces of unfiltered apple juice, a tablespoon of white sugar, and then a tablespoon of white vinegar. So all that like apple juice and sugar and vinegar goes into the pepper flavor and gives it like a really balanced flavor as well.
Nice.
Sounds nice.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And add beer as you want. I put 6 ounces of Pilsner or Urquell in this. So I added a little Pilsner into the apple juice. You know, I don't know about you guys, but like sometimes in Pilsners or Euro lagers, I get a little bit of a stone fruit like pear apple note. So I like to throw it in applesauce every once in a while.
Nice. Oh, yeah.
You know? All right, guys. Well, that's all I got for right now.
All right. Well, thank you, Jammer.
You guys are welcome. Namaste.
Namaste. So yeah, I'll just give my my scores real quick. The Lagunitas Sonomica, whatever it is. It's a decent sour that's aged in red wine barrels. Drinking on it does kind of remind me a little bit of the heck is it? Can't think of what it's called now.
Uh-oh.
The Flanders Red. There we go. It's kind of got like
nice.
similarities to like a Flanders Red, just a tad bit.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, not bad. I'm gonna give it a 95 out of 100. It's pretty easy to drink, especially at 8.2%. Don't notice the alcohol. I mean, different flavors in there. A bit more of the like wine-like characteristic. I think would be better than the vinegar side of it all. But yeah, and that pretty good drinker. Decent flavors, not disgusting. The rice, without adding anything to the rice, just as the rice was, like I said, it was bland, but it had the flavors of what was added to it. So, if you just have your regular vegetables, eat like steamed carrots or peas and
Mm-hmm.
egg that hasn't been salted and peppered up or anything like that. You just fry up a bland ass egg. Yeah, it had all those flavor notes in it, which was nice because it was like it just seemed fresh. I think you can have them add different seasonings and stuff if you want, but this is my first time ordering there. I was just like, have it as it is, and adding the duck sauce made it much better. But I'd give it a 93 out of 100 as is, just plain, just because
Nice.
it's nice not having all that saltiness
Mm-hmm.
in your food. And then the duck sauce that really helped enhance it with the sweetness and everything, and still allowing the nice nuances of whatever's added to still be able to come through. Just adding a little sweetness to them. 96 out of 100 with the duck sauce.
Okay.
Oh man,
And
that
yeah,
was poetic.
it went well with the beer. It paired fairly well.
Fucking poetic, man. That was great. I love that.
So we're gonna go.
I mean, wonderful.
We're gonna go big screen now, and we'll go around, just do shout outs, stuff like that. We'll have Alex give his shout out as well for what's going to be happening, and he'll take us out of here.
All right. My turn.
Yep.
All right. Really don't have much to shout out, to be honest. I sent the hat off to Alex Beermaster, so he needs to get it on to over there to Thomas Metal 75, to where he can get a sign on there. Still having troubles with my video editing program, so I guess I'm going to just shoot some videos and see if I can't find a different way to edit it, or at least I'll have some videos in the can that when I do get it sorted out, that I can get them sent out to y'all. But not a whole lot going on, really. Same old. Yeah, thanks for having me. Had a great time. All right, and
Thanks for being here.
yes, sir. Thank you. Guess I see you're eating there. Yeah, I guess we're on to miscellaneous. We don't need to touch any buttons though anymore.
All right. So my show, starting, I don't know, I've done 3 weeks consecutive. I think I'm going to stick with it. The Thursday night beer sesh, 8 o'clock Eastern. Bring 3 or 4 products depending on ABV, and just sit down and do some reviews in succession. Try to switch it up and have different styles, not just sit down and do 4 IPAs. You know what I mean?
Dope, man. I didn't know you were doing that, man. I would be all over that if I knew that before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been 3 weeks now. I've done it. I think I'll stick with it for a while. We'll see what happens, what schedules are, and
Nice.
things are always moving around on YouTube. Other than that, I'll go ahead and shout out Beer and Cheese Tuesday with Beerman, 8 o'clock Eastern. Bring any beer, any cheese. It's open table this time. Wednesday at 6 Eastern is going to be another episode of I Like Your Style from Beerman as well. It's going to be, we're still on stout month. There's 2 more weeks of that. So any kind of stout. Could be Irish, export, barrel aged, imperial, all kinds of different stouts out there. Yeah. So, what else is there? Stout Sunday with John and Ellie, 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Bring a stout and a porter. Get your swerve on before football. Start the day out right. He should be hosting it this weekend, as far as I know. So,
I think so.
that's pretty much it. Cheers, guys. Thanks for having me, Bumpy.
Cheers, to you,
We held
sir.
it down for you, Alex.
Sure,
Okay.
thank you.
My shout out.
It's on you,
Jimmer,
Jimmer.
if you want to do any shout outs, anything like that.
I'm good. Yeah. Is it my turn? Am I good?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yes,
all right.
sir.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're right.
No
I'll
worries.
try to jam it up a little bit here. So obviously, what Miscellaneous said. So I didn't know he had his own thing, but I will echo what he said about just John and Nilly, everything else. I love everything you guys are doing. This community is amazing, and my goal is just to like pop in and try to help whoever I can. Like, you guys are awesome. I have a great time talking to everybody. Like, everybody is like so nice. Alex, I'm glad you're here, man, because like I love being on your channel. Thank you. You kick ass.
So I wasn't there tonight. Sorry.
I mean, every time you pull out a KBS, it makes it like literally like lowers my cortisol levels. It has a medical effect on me. Like, I'm like, my stress goes down every time Alex cracks open a kit. Like, it's like my counselor's like, you need to go to, like, literally, he was like, you need to, like if these places give you joy, go to them. So you guys are givers of joy, givers of medicine, like mental medicine, you know, like I just BuMpY's looking at me kind of in his like, you know, in his like BuMpY stare. But you know what, BuMpY, in your stare, I'm getting your good vibes, man. Like, you're giving me medicine, BuMpY. You're giving me a medicine stare. You're a medicine man, and I like it.
All right, don't get the FDA after me.
No, and if I'm gonna go with any kind of like, if I'm gonna pimp something, it'll be beer and cheese. But you guys saw what happened to me last week, right? I broke down and I was like, I thought the Russians were after me because I had Pliny the Elder and a fucking sweet ass cheese, and I got smacked down. I couldn't bring my Pliny the Elder on, but I drank it anyway. I drank it in defiance, and I put my pajamas on. I had boxers and socks, a t-shirt, a bag of Oreos, and a thing of Pliny the Elder, and I just cried and drank Pliny the Elder and ate Oreos. Just so you guys know.
Oreos and Pliny the Elder. I don't see those working together, but how was that?
Well, they were golden Oreos. They weren't the chocolate ones.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
And I did have some sharp cheddar that I would take a piece of sharp cheddar and I would put it between two golden Oreos and I would eat that, and then I would drink the Pliny.
Wow.
Sweet and savory. You'd be surprised.
Yeah. So, but I thought of you guys and I was like, you know, I shouldn't be such a complainy, you know, pain in the ass.
Shit happens. People's internet craps. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it was a great episode, and you know, I'm gonna shut up. Just go to somebody else. Cut. All right. Film. Cut. Go to somebody else.
Well, we'll head over to. Well, I'll do it first, and then Alex can do his.
There you go.
Right. There we go. So all I got to shout out is just upcoming Monday is After Dark Beers, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this channel here, BuMpY Road Brewery. Other than that, just my normal 50-point inspection videos that I put out typically Wednesday and Friday. That's it for me. So, Alex, go ahead.
Well, next week we're gonna have some beans and beer. You can make
beans, yeah.
You can make hot dogs with beans, like a chili dog with beans. I don't care. It's anything you want. So beans and beer. But I think a certain friend of ours said I should call it cool beans, I think, or something like that. Yeah. I think I'm gonna do that. So even though it's not really gonna be cool beans, it's still cool beans because it's beans anywhere. It's beans anytime.
You can have beans in a cold salad or whatever. They put beans in like Santa Fe salad.
Beans and bengay, cool beans.
Cold succotash.
Just don't eat the jumping beans.
Yes. So
I like it though, Alex. Good call, my man.
I'm thinking. I don't know if I'm going to do a bean salad. I don't know. We'll see how I feel with rice and all. But or I'll have just hot dogs with chili beans on it. I don't know. See what mood I'm in. So
could you do hummus?
What's that?
Could you do like hummus?
Yeah, it was once a bean.
Technically bean.
Yeah,
it's a bean. Yeah. It's garbanzo beans.
Yeah, it's just chopped up.
Hummus might open it up for me, man.
It's chopped.
I'm trying to eat healthier.
You dip your cracker into the hummus.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Hummus, a little hummus action. Yeah. IPAs and hummus. Let's do it.
Yeah. So, well, it's any beer because I pick the food and then I just say any
Well,
beer is what's.
I was
Yeah,
just
just
giving an
whatever,
example of
yeah, whatever kind you like.
Yeah, I mean, very rare I'll do a beer and then I'll do the food and the beer pairing. You know, like a stout and food and all. Very rare that I do that. I just say food, what the food is, and then any beer you bring. So very rare I'll do a complete theme. So yeah. So the next round I'm going to say is right now is this is Alex Beermaster, and we will see you all on the next live stream, next video. This is Alex Beermaster signing out.
All right. Cheers, everybody. Thank you all for being here.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. See y'all next Friday.
Yes.